iron in the soul. What's up, YouTube? This is your big brother King Jabez, back today with another very important message. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think about my content. In addition to that, please feel free to follow me over on Instagram at the King Jabez, as well as my website, theironsoul.com. Whatever you decide to do, it will be greatly appreciated. Let's do some work. I have a very important message for you today. And today's message is very clear. They will be punished, but you will receive double for your trouble. You will receive a reward for the pain, for the suffering, and for the difficulty that has come your way. After the difficulty, often comes a season or a time or a period of time, transition of blessing, of abundance, in many cases wealth. And wealth isn't just money. Wealth can be a wealth of knowledge, relationships, opportunity, open doors, travel. It's a very broad term. So after your troubles, you will receive double for what you've been through. And what we need often, and this has been my experience, is that we need a little guidance in that in-between time. There is an in-between or a waiting period between the promise you receive and actually coming to real life happening. So we often have those in-between years. That's what I want to call that. So during the in-between years, we need assistance. Sometimes we need guidance. Sometimes we need somebody to come alongside us and give us a little information. Not a handout, but to help guide us throughout that difficult transition when we go from one level to the next. And there are so many ways we can do this when we want to advance and to go forward and to prosper the best way we can. And so most of us, I would say even in my own life, can find ourselves get into trouble during that transition before the break happens. And during that transition, it's often wise to receive some guidance and instruction along the way. So during the time of transition, what we want to do on our way up is to lay aside any weight that gets in our way. Anything that's keeping us from being as effective as we can be. For some, it may be a vice, it may be an addiction. For others, it may be a person. That could be the reality. So when we're trying to advance, it's hard to go higher when you have weights attached to you. Think of that analogy. Think about somebody in a race running a race. How far would they go with weights attached to their ankles? And that's what happens when we don't lay aside those weights. It keeps us back. And for many of you, you during that transition, you pick these weights up, so to speak, because you wanted relief. Right? Let's be honest. Let's just be real here. We're all humans. And when we're in our struggle, when we go through the process of trying to advance, trying to level up, trying to cloud up, get to that next level, receive those blessings, it's a temptation to get around our own people if we're not careful. And to sometimes do what we know we shouldn't, just because it feels good at the moment. And so what I'm saying to you now, as you get closer to your destiny, stop doing those things. Make a decision to have that razor sharp focus. That's what we're talking about right now, having that focus. And that's a part of receiving that double blessing. So when I say double for your trouble, we're talking about now backed up blessings. There is a storehouse of blessings. What do I mean by blessings? Open doors, relationships, meeting people, traveling, having a platform to use your gifts. That's what we're talking about. Really being the best version of yourself. Not just talk, but really becoming that. And doing whatever it takes to get there. And sometimes a big part of that is laying aside those weights. And sometimes this may even be family. One of the most difficult decisions I've had to make. We're being very personal now. This is a personal message. Let me tell you, is cutting off some of those family relationships. That is painful. Let me tell you, it hurts. But I understood the assignment. And to go where the Most High has taken me, it became clear to me that certain family members couldn't come with me. And that's painful. These people you've been knowing your whole life since you was a little boy, since you was a little girl. And it becomes clear to you, this person who I actually love is in my way, indirectly. Because I don't think they're not doing it on purpose because they don't understand your assignment. So it's not like they're there intentionally as an enemy. Sometimes enemies are unintentional. They're just in the way. And they don't know that. They don't see it that way. So for them, it's going to hurt when you move on. When you go to another state, when you go to another country, because you realize I have to do what's best for me. And this is a painful reality of life. And so growth is not easy. This is why some people never reach their full potential, because they're too attached to their family. They're too attached to their hometown. They're too attached to certain relationships. They're too afraid to leave a job, too afraid to have a new relationship. Some of you are afraid of new places. And if this video is for you, you got to drop that. You have to stop fearing new territory. Somebody put in the comment section, new territory. New territory means meeting new people. It's going to be a little uncomfortable. They may have a little more wealth than you. They may have some more influence than you. And you have to be strong enough to deal with that. I went through this, I'm going to be honest, in my 20s when I went to college. I went to a predominantly white college, and these were well-off white people, okay? Driving nice cars, going to, living in nice homes. And I'm going to be honest, as a young African-American in my 20s, it was difficult for me. It was uncomfortable because they had a wealth, a status, and a place in society that I didn't have. And I learned from that. By me going through that process, I grew so much as a person. And it gave me a broader range. And I'm going to be honest, I dare even say it gave me part of what I have even now on this platform. Part of the knowledge I have came from not just reading books, but from real life experience. Being forced to learn a new culture, right? Being around people that I was not used to being around. Okay, big difference between the ghettos of Chicago or the suburbs of Chicago, Maywood, Bellwood, and being out in the suburbs with all white people. And learning how to shift, deal with that uncomfortable phase of my life. And by doing that, I grew so much, and it has given me this international appeal, to be honest, that I now have. If you look at any of my socials, I have all type of people follow me. Black, white, Asian, women, men, you name it. And part of that is based on my humility. You see, to lead, to grow to this next level, to experience this influence, you need three things. Let me give you this piece real quick. I'm going to drop this science real quick. To be an influencer, sir, ma'am, to experience this blessing, you need to be spiritual, you need to be humble, and you also need to have integrity. You need to be a person who is known for spiritual character. You have integrity. You are who you say you are. You're not a phony. We got a lot of phonies out here. A lot of people just out here, flogging, for lack of a better word, flogging, fugazi, not who they say they are, phony. And if you're going to be the best version of yourself, be real, be genuine. You got to be perfect. People, and I tell you, people who are real have more influence because it's relatable. People can relate to another human. They can relate to struggle. They can relate to pain. They can relate to adversity. They can relate to overcoming adversity. They can relate to having problems, learning how to grow from those problems, having children, having a wife, having a husband, a home. When you make yourself relatable, right, people can identify with you, and your messages will have more power behind it. It will have more weight. But when you try to be something you're not, you set yourself up for failure, and you also discourage those who you could have probably helped. So as I wrap this message up, they will be publicly humiliated, but you will receive double for your trouble. Your time is coming. The time for you to be blessed is coming. Let me speak life over you. The time for breakthrough is here for you. Blessings, opportunity, open doors. The tables have turned. So it may not look that way now, but stay faithful. Stay consistent. Keep your spirit pure. Keep your mind sharp. Allow yourself to receive those downloads each day. Let's go back to the basics. Take those downloads through your dreams to heart. The numbers you're seeing each day, numerology, is a channel of information. Your subconscious mind, when you're getting those messages, receive that through meditation. Through meditation, this has been my experience, is when you sometimes get some of your deepest knowledge and insights and really direction on what you should do next. Fast. Fasting will put pressure on all the negative energy around you. Right? All the negative energy through people, spirits that's around you. You start fasting, that begins to shift the climate around you. And it positions you for blessings. Be yourself. Stay consistent. Have integrity. Don't be anybody else. Be yourself. And allow yourself to really shine. Don't allow the opinion of others to become your reality. Their perception is not and has never been your reality. This is the way you have to think. So the truth is clear. They will be publicly humiliated. They will be punished for what they've done to you. But you will receive double for your trouble. Receive this word. Stay strong. This is your big brother King Jabez. I'm so glad you guys tuned in today. Listen to this message. Receive it. Don't let anybody trick you. Don't let anybody talk you out of who you are. Stay consistent, and your blessings right around the corner. This is Big Bro, King Jabez. Stay consistent. God bless. Peace.